Here is our first Nova pole. It was a sweet spring celebration, feast of a day. Lots of fun with a dog and a toddler going different directions, and we adults forgetting who was weaving under and over and just flowing with it. It was beautifully messy. And this is a view from the top of the cabin down towards this first dam that we're going to expand and improve so it catches more water. And then down the hillside, a long time dream of a permaculture garden and some more food security and some food sovereignty is starting to come into being, which requires a lot less grass. And this little garden has had quite a lot of struggle in the some months we've been here. Some unknown beings eating all sorts of things in there, so that will be dismantled pretty soon. And then this is another dam on that side, just behind that hillside, which we also need to improve so it can keep water safe for us and the plants. Hi!
G'day!
Well, we're doing something a little different with this vlog. I did a talking bit about before, and we're doing a before and an after on the same land here that we're honoring this time. It's a big thing for us, this earthworks.
Yeah, we've been doing the work of hundreds of people in days, which has created a very kind of erratic, frantic energy around here as we make the big alterations to the earth that you can see behind us. Some garden beds. Really the only way to do a cultivated garden on a slope is with terraces.
Yeah.
And if you've ever been to Peru, you see these just beautiful terraces done with hundreds, thousands, millions of little stones, which no doubt took hundreds of years to make.
And so many people.
And thousands of people.
Yeah.
We had one dude and an excavator.
It's like the difference between walking somewhere, driving somewhere, flying somewhere, that sense of just like change happening really quickly, and that literal sense of like digging the earth, like metaphorically, you know, spiritually, emotionally, was like digging stuff up in us as well.
Yeah.
So it
was a hectic week.
Yeah.
It brought up a lot of self-worth stuff for me, because it was sort of like, do I deserve to have this much impact? Am I worthy of this much impact? Because the idea of it being just for us here.
We're over here, Savannah.
Yeah. Well, proceed.
We better talk till she comes over. You can come, sweetie. You can come here. Self-worth, but also it was right before the solstice, so time of the big sun and the big masculine mirror of energy. The longest light day of the year, followed soon thereafter by really cold rain, and feels like 5 Celsius or something this morning. But we wanted to talk just about that as an update, and this like food nourishing, you know, food security and nourishing vision for when people come here to visit or on retreats. This is the start of a really big dream that we've had for a long time.
It's not a harvest of food yet, it's a harvest of movement and ideas, and maybe not as many relationships as we'd like, but we're hoping that some seeds we've planted will fruit.
And we'll meet some new wonderful people through this journey.
That's right, yeah.
So it was that, and then it was digging out our dams. so that we have that water security, and that's really important here, especially with bushfires and being able to water the garden as well.
I'll cut in some clips of the new dams. It's pretty impressive to me, for a city boy, to watch a dam shake place. Is sort of like the feeling of possibility that water brings, I guess.
Savannah's such a talker. I don't know what she's saying, but she's just talking the whole way here.
What are you guys doing? Why are you standing there talking?
Hey.
That's what she's saying.
Wait. Hey, wait a second. I lost my echidna. I think that's what she said.
So yeah, enjoy the before and after images of what we've done here. And
we just quickly too wanted to talk about a couple seasonal ceremonies. So we'll show a couple photos. We did, instead of a Maypole because of the time of year here, we did a Nova pole at the last cross-quarter day with some friends, and that was really good fun, and it turned out really messy and hilarious with Savannah walking in different directions, and it was even hard for us to work out exactly which way we were weaving them, but it was really a lovely day. Hi. And then...
That's my dinner.
Where's your dinner?
Inside.
Inside. It's cooking. And then we just had the summer solstice, and we always do a bonfire, which we...
Inside.
Savannah, we're just talking for one more minute, darling. We did a bonfire outside, just ceremonially burning off things, honoring that bright sun energy, and then we do this other ceremony which has Celtic origins in Galicia, and I just took a really short video we'll show as well of that one, where you basically put fruit in a bowl of alcohol and burn it in the dark, and you can sort of move it with a spoon, this beautiful blue flame, and say some simple prayers. So we do that every solstice as well for some years now. I guess that's the update this time, is digging, reshaping a bit here, and starting to feel more real. We ordered the big tent, arrived, where we'll have the retreats and workshops, big 8-meter bell tent, and it's all starting to really physically come together, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And to the few people who've started to find us and write about retreats, we'll have some dates coming soon, and we feel very honored that you found us already, and we're looking forward to meeting you. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
So this is the after video of our earthworks. You can see the dams being dug out, hoping to expand the capacity here. We were told by our earth mover that he thinks that wall there is a really good quality compacted wall, which is why it's sort of been holding a little bit of water even through the pretty dry weather we've had. So he left that alone and really just focused on digging it out a bit here to the left, and also the way the water is going to flow down into it's been improved, so the catchment. So that's really good, and it sits higher than the garden, which you can see down there, which gives the option of creating some pressure for irrigation just with gravity, and also connecting up with that other dam down there, which is probably where the pump will go, also with gravity. Where out of all the fill from the dam and also the other diggings, we've created a pad, pretty wide bed here, which will hopefully, all going well, have some kind of polytunnel greenhouse set up, and that might be future videos, watching how that comes together. And hopefully a shed of some kind too, that'd be really good. Right here central. And these kind of archaeological dig looking things are the 3 main beds. A little bit of pad down there for probably a dirt or compost or mulch pile or something like that. One of the things I'm most excited about is this central path down the middle of the bed. So you imagine to the right and to the left will be where the actual beds go, and in the middle will be a path, you know, for pushing a wheelbarrow, which will be filled with wood chips, which will slowly break down, and then once they've broken down, they can just be scooped up into the bed. Somebody I spoke to about that said, "Oh, in situ compost." So fair enough, if that's the technical phrase for it. It's going to take a lot of work to develop these into good soil, but that's the challenge, and I'm sort of determined not to buy a big truckload of imported soil because, well, not imported, but, you know, brought in, because it's not really a sustainable way to do things. I've got to come up with a way to have enough mulch and things like that, which is what this little experiment is about. This here is my experiment with green manure, just to see, I guess, what is the kind of the minimum amount of compost I can put down to get green manure going. And I'm curious to see sort of what effect it's going to have on the underlying kind of very chalky clay here. So that's quite interesting. And then we're just walking towards the second of the dams, which has had a bit of work done on it too. Because, yeah, no water, no gardening. The rain is very uneven in this part of the world. So you get big torrential downpours and then nothing. So you really need to be able to capture and store water when it does rain. So this bed's been dug out. This dam, sorry, and again we're trying to improve the way water is captured. So I've cut away a lot of the saplings that were growing here, because you don't want big tall trees next to a dam too much, where they're going to drop their leaves into the dam, but also they literally are like a straw in the dirt, soaking up the water that would otherwise be travelling into it. So over here we've got more kind of swaley type stuff. Hopefully one day you'll get to see a video of this full. And stay tuned for part 2 of the earthworks, which will be more over there.